Good morning. Welcome to the walkthrough on your new Keystone Bullet. We're going to start out front, work our way around the unit, then we'll go inside. We'll start out by the tongue jack. You have an LED light that lights up here. You have extend and retract. 2 5/16 ball and your coupler. 2 20-pound propane bottles. Automatic changeover regulator. And what I mean by that is you get to the campground, you open both tanks up. Select a tank with this lever right here that you're going to use. I've started you out on this tank, so I'd recommend you leave it on this tank until it goes empty. Now in the middle of the night, or if you're out walking or fishing and this tank gets empty and it's cold out, or you're running a furnace or a water heater, this goes empty, it'll automatically start sucking propane out of this tank. What you'll see is this clear line right here will be red. So if you see red, you take the tank that this is pointed at, flip it around, remove the tank, take it down to the campground host to have it filled. We'll go back to this tank because we've already used a little out of this tank testing. Have a Group 24 maintenance-free deep cycle battery. Have lift brackets for the hitching, your sway control, and we'll go over all of that when you come to pick the unit up. Now we're going to continue around this way. Follow me. This is your hitching. We'll get it set for your truck as soon as you get here. Now inside this compartment, you have a light. Your lights are LEDs, and they're by a little push button in the center. You'll notice to the side we have a switch that says on and off. If you look up front of your trailer, you'll see some blue LED lights right up front here. Going right across the top. You can turn them off, on, depending on how you want to do it. Compartment floors are the vinyl, so they're easy clean, easy wipe off. You have your bedroom door and your triple step. Fold it up, fold it in, grasp, push it in. Grip under the bar, pull it out, flip it down. Door opens. It's a little bit of a hard door because they don't have props on it or catches to hold it anymore. It's got a hinge that's built to hold the door wherever you leave it. So you're in and out for your bedroom. You have an awning. This awning you can use in the rain. I wouldn't recommend it in the rain or thunderstorm. But if you want to use it in the rain, you want to tilt one end of the awning down. Either end, it doesn't matter which end you choose. And you just grab it and pull it down. That's going to let the water run off and not form a big lake in the middle of your awning. You can do this on either end, it doesn't matter. Your awning is power. It's controlled by a switch on the monitor panel, and we'll go over that once we get inside. You have an LED light. It's controlled by the porch. It's called porch light. Basically, it's an awning light, LED. Okay. Now, if you use this awning when it's raining, the first chance you get, you want to get it home, open it up, and let it dry out. If you leave it closed over a period of time with it wet, it'll wind up getting mold and mildew on it. If that's the case, mix up some bleach and some water, spray it down, get you some soap and a brush, wash it off, rinse it, let it dry, and you're good as new. You have external speakers, one to my left, one to my right. Okay, we have your hot water heater. If you have children, this will get hot. There's basically not a doggone thing in here for you. This is more like my work area in your trailer. But you do have a hot water tank drain right here. When you winterize it or you're not using it, make sure it's always drained. You don't want water sitting here for a prolonged period of time because it'll smell like rotten eggs. You have a standard pop-off valve just like you have on your home water heater. If you see a drip or two out of it, it's really not a problem. That's what they're made to do. You just don't want to see a steady stream coming out of there like a faucet. If that happens, we'll just change it out. You notice this and your furnace here are open. Now it's a good idea to purchase a cover for them, because what will happen is wasps, bees, bugs, I've even had little tree frogs will crawl up inside of here and they'll mess your burner up. It won't light. You'll call me, you'll bring it in, I'll pull it out and find debris in there, and that's not a warrantable item. So it's a pretty cheap insurance just to get the nice stainless steel covers that will go on both of these. Okay, have a 110 volt outlet. You also have satellite and cable TV and antenna fixtures here. Now, you can either buy and put a TV mounting bracket right here to my shoulder where it says TV mounting bracket, or a lot of people will just have the TV with the feet on it and have a little coffee table they fold up, set the TV right here. So while you're under your awning, you can watch a little TV, get a little enjoyment. Intake and exhaust for your furnace. If you have children, again, caution them against touching this if it's been running, because it will get hot. Back side of your refrigerator, I'm going to open it up and show you. There's not a whole lot back here for you. Again, this is another one of my work areas in your trailer. Refrigerator runs on propane or electricity. Like I said, there's nothing back here for you. Just an area for me to work. Goes on. Twist the little tabs. Now, if you are back there, you put it back in. I always twist them and you give it a little tug to make sure it's good. Have your main entry door with lock and deadbolt. A little deadbolt comes out. Both of your doors have the deadbolt feature, but the same type of door as the front door. Got the screen defender if you've got dogs, pets. That's going to save you a world of trouble. And your little shield. Step, very stable. It just flips up and it will latch into position. To unlatch it, you just grab it, twist it, drop it down. Now, I want you to notice something. You notice how this is sitting flat on your door sill. If it's sitting up high on your door sill, you'll know, because you'll try to shut this door and the door will get about right there and it won't go any further. What's probably happened is you got it up too high. So what you can do, depending on your terrain, is you can adjust the legs. Push the pin up and out, and these legs will come up and down. I'll run a brief. You have power stabilizers on each end. They're going to be operated from the other side, and they're exactly what I said they are. They're stabilizers. They're not meant to lift this out of a seriously out of level environment. What you want to do is carry with you some either blocks or some stack jacks that come in a nice blue bag that you can put under each of those or drive up on it to level your unit out. Being level is critical with these things. Your refrigerator requires you to be level for it to run. If you're sitting still at your house, at an RV park, at the beach, you need to be level. If you have your RV refrigerator unlevel, it will absolutely quit working on you. And then it becomes a whole world problem because you got to change out the cooling unit. Okay, we got a sewer hose bumper and we have a sewer hose. Here's how it fits. Just grab it. Pull that off. Just goes in there, and it's a press fit. Just make sure you get it in, you're good to go. You have your 30 amp service cord plugs into a 30 amp fixture. We have an adapter that will turn it down to a 15 amp you can plug in at your house. If you plug it in at your house, do not run the rooftop air conditioner. It won't pull it to a 15 amp service. Got your spare tire, license plate. Come around this side, you have your slide out. Your slide out is cable driven. Now over time, these cables will stretch. That's just a fact of life. You're allowed up to 1 inch of deflection on these. So it's really not a big issue. You really want to watch to make sure that you have plenty of clearance when you're opening this up. It's a good idea to have your wife, girlfriend, kid, grandpa, grandma, mom, dad stand outside where you're running this to make sure you're not running into a tree, another camper, or a post. Because that'll cause this thing to jam up and it'll cause one of your stainless steel cables to break. Okay, your wheels and tires. 65 pounds of air in your tires. Check them quite often. Get your bearings checked once a year or every 10,000 miles. Make sure we lubricate them and adjust the brakes. I highly recommend you have a professional do that. Unless you're mechanically inclined and you think you know how to do it, you've watched YouTube, but you don't want to be that guy on the side of the road going out camping with your whole family in your car, scratching your head, wondering why one of my wheels broke off. Now we'll come around to this side. Have your exterior shower, exterior dog bath, exterior place for your kids to play. Hot and cold water. You have 2 tanks on this. A black water tank and a gray water tank. And there's your sewer hose connector right here. Now, you don't want to do that. I had it open when I prepped your unit. You put your sewer hose on it, run it down into the sewer. You want to leave your gray water, which is the valve on the right, leave it open, let your sink, shower, bath water just drain out. You want to leave the black water closed because you only get so much liquid per flush. You don't want the liquid to come out and the solid waste to build up because it'll make a big pyramid full of human waste and it'll clog your toilet up. So what you do is you let it go. You wait till it gets about 2/3 of a tank. That gives time for your toilet chemicals, your enzymes, whatever chemical you're going to use. And I highly recommend Cronin enzymes. It breaks down the tissue, it breaks down the solid waste. When you get 2/3 of a tank, you come here and pull it and let all that volume and everything push it out. Keep it nice and clean. Okay, we're moving up forward. Have a door on this side with a magnetic holder. All right, now this is the busy end. You got a battery disconnect switch, off and on. You got a light. You got satellite and cable. If you have a portable satellite, you put it out here, hook it in here. If you got a park with cable TV, you hook it in right here. This is all your water connections. You have this one, that's for your fresh water tank. That's for potable water. If you're going to a place where you're not going to have water and you want to use your water in your pump, you fill this up. You have a black tank flush. You want to clean out your black water tank after every use. Keeps the probes nice and clean, and it won't get any foul odors inside. The probes always read correctly. You have your city water. That's going to be if you're not carrying potable water, you hook their water hose up here, your water hose to their outlet. Get yourself an adapter, a water hose pressure regulator adapter. It'll keep the pressure regulated so this system will stay intact. It won't blow the water lines up. Both your jacks, front and rear, are right here. We're going to extend. This should be our front jacks. They're going to come down, they're going to hit the ground. Got the rears?
Yeah.
We're going to do our fronts. One side will always come down before the other one. That way, if you're in uneven terrain, you don't both jacks hit at the same time and break off the gears. One will hit, tighten up, then the other side will come down. Takes up any slack. and you raise them. Now we'll do the rear. We have a manual crank. Should they get stuck in or motor brakes, you can crank them up. Just stick it right there on the end and crank them up. Okay, now we'll go up to the front of the unit again.
Here's the fresh tank drain.
Little valve right there. You want to drain that before they take it home, you think?
You can, yeah.
Open it up. Boom. That's draining the water out of your freshwater tank. That's your potable water that you fill up here with the open connection. Fills right there. Battery disconnect. When you turn it off, you'll know it's off because it'll pull out in your hand. It's a little keyway. On. Or like. All right. Let's go up front. Now, you are prepped for solar panel. This is called solar on the side. You can buy a little suitcase solar panel, unfolds just like a little suitcase. Plug it in here, and the wires are right here for it. We just connect it directly to the battery. Lift bracket, sway control. All right, let's go inside.